What up?
Yeah, we did it.
We did it.
Yeah.
Who says we can't run a business? Are you at home?
Yeah.
That's
Chilling
good.
at home. That's where we
Yeah.
should be, right?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
How's your spirits today?
Spirits are good, man.
Yeah, as always.
Yeah. Taking
Yeah.
it easy. Taking it easy. Trying to minimize my human contact.
Man, this is a hell of a way to go into retirement, man. You didn't have to take it this easy.
Right.
Kind of talk about forced relaxation after retirement.
I know. This is good. This is good for all of us. Little sabbatical.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get into. So I got some questions, and I went through all the questions that came in today, and I picked a couple of my favorites. So, I figure the last thing we want to do here is not talk about what's going on. I think we need to talk what's going on. That's why we're doing this stuff, just trying to empathize with the kids and the parents out there and what's going through and all the players that are shut down with baseball and all that kind of stuff. So, I guess my first question was going to be the thing I'm struggling with which is kind of common, is just our attitudes, man. Like how are you dealing with like the kids and yourself? I know you're really good at having a good attitude so much, but like how are we just dealing with having a good attitude on a daily basis right now? Which we always talk about at Warstic, like the attitude is like number one. It changes everything.
I mean, it's all about attitude, right?
Yeah.
It's all about doing the most with what you have. And
Yeah.
right now we're all pretty limited, so riding bikes, the dogs are being loved. We all know that.
Yeah, the dogs are getting the best of it, man. They're like, this
Every
is
dog
amazing.
getting walked. Yeah, every dog getting walked and run, and they get outside now, and they're no longer in the house all day. But just trying to ride bikes, trying to get outside as much as possible. The weather's been pretty good here, except for right now it's kind of pouring.
Thunderstorm.
Yeah, but other than that, it's been pretty good weather. So getting outside and using your imagination. If you have one other friend that is kind of hanging out in the house or something, and have your people that you hang out with, and kind of keep a tight knit group for now.
Yeah.
Try to come up with games, man. There's all kinds of games you can play outside and invent some games.
Oh, for sure. I know you're all about the games. We're going to get to here in a minute. We're going to talk about like kind of put that making up games mindset towards maybe what some of these kids can do at home with, their hand skills and whatever. So we'll get into that. You finding yourself reaching out to friends more right now, texting more people than usual, just kind of saying, hey, what's up? And it's kind of thing to do.
I have nothing but time. So right now it's like, who can I call? See what they're doing, see how they're handling it, see what's going on. So it's been good in that regard. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it's interesting because, you were a player up until, so recently that I'm sure you're kind of in a totally different situation today than you might have been, say, this time last year, going into spring training and getting ready for the season. Now I'm thinking like maybe you're, helping with the Padres, kind of assistant to the GM, whatever you would like to call it. Your job is different. It's to be a mentor. It's to help these guys. Like, are you finding yourself more checking in with the guys and kind of as more of with a coach mindset about like, hey, how are you doing? How are you keeping in shape? How are you going to keep your mind to this? It's almost like extended off season. I want to put it like, you can't just do nothing. You got to stay in shape, but
yeah, I mean, it's tough.
How do you think the players are dealing with this as like almost a coach now and a guy that was just a player last year and for so long?
I think there's some guys that are staying in Phoenix and staying at the spring training facilities and working out, but they're trying to limit that as much as possible. So, it's kind of tough, but most guys are traveling back home, and this day and age at home, a lot of guys have, a guy that'll throw BP to them or a place to go where they can, do flips or go work out or whatever. But right now they're closing gyms, they're closing pools, they're closing facilities. So it's very difficult. You gotta just work with what's best. I think, they're all going to have time right now. It was a crazy stage in spring training because
it's right in the middle, right? Like right in the middle of it.
End almost like.
Oh yeah. It was kind of rapid.
I think opening day was like the 26th. So,
yeah. It's earlier this year. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
everybody was kind
It's
of
like a
getting
week from
right
right now.
into, yeah, right into shape, right into opening
Like
season.
their energy's been like ramping up towards getting into game mode, you know? And it's like, got to shut that back down. But then I guess you're supposed to keep it, but it's like at this point, like we know it's not any earlier than like what, May or something probably. So I don't know. Do you just go back into hibernation a little bit and kind of settle back down or what? And
Yeah,
I'm sure right now they're just all absorbing like being worried about their families more than that, you know, but it's their job. Like everybody's also worried about their jobs, just like these guys and everybody, you know?
yeah, I think you know, they'll all have time to recover and get back into shape. I think right now, just trying to get rid of this thing so
Yeah.
we can all move forward is probably the number one goal. And then after that, you can kind of figure out, all right, I need to get back into shape or start taking ground balls or hitting a little bit more and kind of figure it out from there. But
Yeah.
right now, it's just like either we need a vaccination or, you know, we just all need to kind of be celibate for a little while and chill and
Yeah.
try to stop the spreading of this thing as fast as possible, I guess. I mean, I'm not too knowledgeable, but it's all this craziness is going on for a reason.
I guess like I'm just trying to stay positive about like I am seeing a massive amount of creativity coming out of people's heads, right? About like these options aren't here. What can we do instead? I mean, just all over the. I mean, I know things like this will cause some good things, some new things to exist, some new interactions. I mean, everybody's got a hell of a lot of gratitude right now. I know that. So that's always good. Everybody's together. That's good. You know, but everybody's dealing with fear, which can go a lot of different directions, you know. But yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody's got the message. Just do your part, stay inside. Don't make this worse. I mean,
Right.
it's pretty simple, but it's like you could be a lot worse, man. Like that's pretty easy for me. I'm holed up in the studio and stay working, man. That's, you know, that's not
Yeah.
hard for me to do.
I mean, hopefully with a lot of people, they it's pretty easy to do. But you got me, or am I going blank?
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I
All right.
got you.
Yeah, I mean it's tough for some people that are still trying to decide if they're going into work or not, and like the whole thing. It's just it's a weird place to be. I mean, definitely in my lifetime, there's never been anything like this. You
Not
know, nine
people are
nine
comparing
11.
it to 9/11, and I'm like, yeah, but yeah, there was a little bit, there was a few days of like what's going to happen, but you figured out, all right, this was a big attack and it's over, and okay, we're in a new world, but this thing just keeps growing, so it's just scary, man.
Yeah, but we'll get through it. And right now, it's just, you know, sleep well, eat well, and exercise. You know, with what you
Yeah.
have. You know, push-ups, pull-ups, body weight squats, whatever. Like,
Yeah, man. I haven't, it's like I'm more dialed into my diet than ever right now because it's almost like you can pair it with like kind of a rationing, conserving type thing. I'm like, I ain't gonna eat too much right now, you know.
are you
That
doing
part of
doing
it's
that
kind of,
keto thing?
yeah, man. I'm like it. I love the keto. Jack, our other business partner, is doing the keto, and I've always done some paleo. Keto is just like a little bit more extreme version, but I feel great on it, man. My energy is always way up doing it, and you don't have to eat as much food overall to have really high energy. So I think my brain works really well on it, which is anyone in here could debate is working well. Yeah, I think it's good for your brain too, you know.
Yeah,
But
I like that
I don't know.
Mediterranean diet. I like that Mediterranean diet. A little fish.
That's kind of an old one, right? That's been
Yeah,
around a while.
yeah, I like the old school.
Catch up, Kinsler.
Keep it. No, it's simple. Vegetables and fish.
You're on your wife cooks every meal for you and tells you you're going to eat this and nothing else diet. That's what you're on.
Yeah, Mediterranean.
Yeah, you got it good in terms of that.
Yeah, I got it easy.
All right. Yeah. What is oh, someone had a pretty good question. I like this one. They say, can you parallel the mindset of getting through a slump with the current disruptions of life right now? Bringing it back to baseball a little bit.
The
Like
mind.
dealing with the slump, knowing like, hey man, right now I can't hit. I'm just not. Like, how do you, like, I guess he's saying like, can you, you know, the way that you attack getting through a slump, can you kind of put it into this situation right now?
I mean, yeah, it's a crazy question, but
Yeah.
'cause I've never compared baseball to what's going on. But if I was to
Yeah.
answer that question, it would be like, when you're in a slump, you try to keep things as simple as possible,
Yeah.
right? You try
Don't
to
overcomplicate it.
Yeah, you try to narrow down your thoughts, keep it very simple.
Yeah.
You know, do what you know makes you good,
Yeah.
and try not to let too much get into your head. You know, and I think that kind of plays into the situation where it's just like keep it simple, don't overthink
Yeah.
it, and just do what you know makes you happy. You know what makes you good, and just
Yeah. Well, I
streamline.
guess yeah, that makes sense. Simplify. Don't let your emotions get away from you. Don't let your emotions get into the slump and then take it further and further.
Yeah.
Like me. Yeah. um, yeah, no one ever figures out that you're me if I had a great mental mindset in baseball. That's how I like to put it. Why do you like Kinsler? I'm like, because he does all the things that I couldn't do well. That's it.
That's the only
Um,
reason.
that's it. No, that's not the only reason. Um, Next question. Okay, so let's talk about Ian Kinsler, the dad, right now. Your son is just getting into baseball, so he's not like into crazy like, hey, I'm 14 and I'm doing travel ball all over the place, but he's starting down that path a little bit, right? So like I think a lot of the moms and dads are like struggling with their kids, like especially the baseball ones that want to be out there playing baseball, like they're they got their homeschool, but like take me into that making up games. Like, let's assume like you can't go to fields, you can't go out with your team. You've got maybe the driveway, I don't know, a wall, the living room. Like, how can you keep your kid doing any baseball skills right now that he's going to be content with and really get him into like doing something that's not just going through the motions? Do you got any ideas for your son right now about what you guys might do baseball related for the
Yeah.
next
I mean,
2 months? And
I was
then this
going
is like really your thing. Like you're a games guy. I
Yeah, I
see.
mean, Amazon's still delivering, you know?
Yeah, true.
So, like, when they deliver a package, supposedly this virus stays on the cardboard for 24 hours or something. So get your Amazon package
And
and
leave it there for 24
and then
hours.
go wash your hands, you know?
Okay.
But yeah, you can get there's all types of things on Amazon that you can order. There's these little balls that you can use that, you know, have indentions all over them. They're kind of rubber.
Yeah.
And they bounce crazy. They bounce all over the place.
Mm.
And all you need is a brick wall. That's it.
Yeah.
You need a brick wall and some concrete. Throw it against the brick wall. Work on your hand-eye coordination. Work on moving a little bit. You know, not that you could do that all day. You can play games with yourself, or if you have one other friend or
Yeah.
a brother or a sister or something that wants to play, you guys can event almost like a racquetball, you know, type of game.
Yeah. Just to keep the hands moving, just to keep that second nature of your hands working like that.
Right, and then wiffle balls don't go that far. So if you have
True.
wiffle balls, you go out in the front yard or the backyard, and you know if you have somebody throwing to you or whatever, you can go hit wiffle balls. I mean, you're not crushing a baseball or getting the feel of it, but at least you're swinging and at least you're kind of staying in touch with it if that's what you want to do. And then obviously just playing catch. I mean, if you have somebody,
Yeah.
a dad, a brother, a cousin, an uncle, somebody that's
Just play catch.
just play catch,
Yeah.
and.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about playing catch is
What's funny about playing catch,
play
Kinsler?
catch and then it always leads to something else. It always
Like
leads
what?
to some other kind of game.
Like
You
it's
know,
like you've done it for a while and you're like, okay, now what?
let's throw it over
Yeah.
the house. Go to the other side of the house. I'm gonna throw the ball over the house.
Such a kid.
Yeah. And then you're tracking, you know, you're tracking the ball over the house and you're reacting and you're catching it, you're throwing it back over, you know, it's like the whole thing. It's just fun. And you're outside,
Yeah.
you're enjoying the weather, and you're also, you know, working on your arm strength or whatever the case may be, as long as your mom doesn't mind a couple broken windows, you know?
Sure. There could be worse right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
use your imagination, get outside. If you have a ball, whatever kind it is, you can always come up with some kind of game.
Yeah. The best one I'm coming up with so far with my kids is just we happened to kind of get our weight room together in the garage recently because the oldest is getting into high school and he's like kind of like, hey, look, my arms are stretched, and he's like kind of getting into it. So we got a squat rack. Yeah. So I'm like, like especially he's a sophomore in high school and like it's not really about how you play as a sophomore. It's like you got to catch up with the older guys. And I'm like, man, it's a great time to lift weights. Just lift. In my junior high one, like lifting's lifting, getting stronger might be the best thing you could do over the next couple months. That thing, I know you're not a big love to lift weights guy, but and
No,
little 8-year-olds can't do that, but just everybody, right? Like exercise is so key right now. Like my attitude's been crap today because I realized, man, I haven't moved around. It's just like when you're not moving around, you just start to get it just doesn't keep flowing, even if you're eating good. So I'm like, I got to do better about moving around already. I can tell. More
no, I mean,
walks, get out there and run.
I'm definitely big on lifting weights. When I got older, I just kind of stopped a little bit and started, running and doing more agility stuff. But like push-ups, body weight squats, lunges, all different kinds of things. Use your couch to do some tricep extensions or something. Like,
people don't need to use the excuse that they don't have the gym right now because it's probably not the best stuff anyway. The best stuff's the simple stuff.
Exactly, body weight, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So everybody gets stronger, that's for sure.
With my son, we just play pepper. I mean, we play pepper where it's just I'm just hitting little ground balls to him. He's throwing them back to me. So he's working on his throwing accuracy. He's working on moving left and right, catching backhands, forehands. He's diving. He's having fun, and it's an easy game to play. And
I have no doubt you're going to keep your son ready.
Oh, he's
and I've seen him. He's super competitive too. So like you guys can still get him the basketball goal or whatever it may be.
Yeah, some people don't. I mean, yesterday we were talking about this because I don't know. That's what we were talking about at dinner, and it was like, what could people do that don't have a basketball hoop? What could people do that don't have a pool? What could people do that don't have, they just have like a little backyard or a little front yard, and it's like all they really need is a brick wall or somebody else to play with. I mean, there's a game that we play. Me and my son play. We call it two base.
Two base.
Two base. Yeah. So.
How's this work?
Wiffle ball or whatever. It's one person against the other person. One person's pitching, one person's hitting, and it's kind of like cricket. Like, you're playing a regular baseball game, and you have two bases. Yes. They could be made out of like a book or a piece of paper. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything. And they're trying to get you out, and then you're hitting the ball, and you're trying to see how many runs you can score. Back.
It does sound like cricket.
Yeah, a little bit like cricket, but it's two bases. And if the pitcher just gets his hand on the ball, that's when play stops. So the dude hits it or girl hits it, and whenever the pitcher gets their hand on that ball, the play's over. Yeah. So if you hit it and run and don't get to first by the time the pitcher, and you gotta judge the distance on the base. You can make the bases as far away as you want, to make the game fun. And we just call it two base, and we ball out.
Does he beat you?
No, never.
Yeah, he does.
No,
yeah, he does.
Not until he's like.
I mean, 18. I think you're making something I'm realizing. I think the biggest, obviously guys can, there's still guys with so many kids have a hitting net at home, a tee. Maybe they got access to some batting cage. I mean, you can definitely do all that skilled up stuff, but the one thing that's hardest to do right now is to actually get any feeling of competition. So maybe you're hitting on something at least games have that competitive thing, you know what I mean? Keep that blood flowing and stuff like that. Even if it's pick up basketball, that's Absolutely. You can't just, plus that's definitely gonna keep your spirits up, get your mind off of, have some fun, have fun in all this stuff would be nice.
Yeah, you can also compete with yourself. If you have a basketball court and you don't have anybody to play with, you can compete with yourself. How many shots out of 10 can you make in the corner? How many shots out of 10 can you make on the top of the key? You compete with yourself. So there's just get outside.
True. Here's another question. This was interesting. You answer this as you will. A fan asked, will you play for Team USA this summer if there are Olympics?
Will I what?
Will you play for Team USA this summer if there are Olympics?
No, I won't. I will not play for Team USA.
Okay. Do you have any other information about the Olympics that you'd like to share?
Hopefully the Olympics happens and we can move forward with it. But I'm going to be playing for Team Israel at the Olympics.
Yes.
Crazy.
This news.
What's that?
This news is broke right here.
Yeah, it's broke right here.
Super cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. There'll be some more information and stuff, but
keep it chill right now because we got to see if we can. Everybody's gonna be. The thing is in question, but so long story short, you got your dual citizenship, and that makes it where you can play for Israel. And boom, that's amazing timing.
Passport,
Also with you retiring and all that.
yeah,
So
dual citizenship, passport, and represent Israel and the
how
Olympics. It's gonna be crazy.
how sick is that, man? It's amazing.
It's gonna be amazing. Hopefully, it all
Super cool.
works out, or they, if they have to postpone it, whatever. But as long as they play, so we'll see.
Yeah, you can't cancel the Olympics. Postpone. Let's just postpone.
Yeah, it's
Which
postponed.
brings me back to my point: is you do need to stay in shape, Kinsler, because if we postpone, we have to stay in shape.
That's right.
You know. Daniel Norris has a question, which is, why are you so good at baseball, Ian? What a joker. What's up,
He's
Dino?
around. He was on this last night, right?
Yeah, Dino was on last night.
Did you guys talk about
And it
this?
was weird because he popped on and he had shaved, and I didn't recognize him for a second. He was full, like, shaved.
Did he talk about the shark that he saw?
Yeah, totally. I totally talked to him because I literally told him the day before, I go, what are you doing? He goes, I'm going to surf. And I said, where? He said, Cocoa Beach. And I was like, that's Sharky, man. Like, no doubt. Yeah.
That's great whites.
He's a
right?
shark. Well, in Florida, what you're going to
They
get,
have the big ones in Florida?
in California, you're going to
Cocoa
get less
Beach.
sharks, but you're going to get bigger sharks. In Florida, you're going to get a lot of sharks, smaller, a lot of bites.
I heard they're friendly, so it's all good.
Yeah, they're just giving you a little nudge and stuff. But I don't like surfing in Florida. Nope. Nope. But and then he kept surfing, which was the.
What are your boys doing? What are your boys doing right now?
I would say my boys. I don't know. Maybe it's because, it's weird. My boys have really more gotten into like doing craft kind of stuff. Like my youngest son like made my wife buy as much duct tape as possible, and then he spent a couple of days making like duct tape wallets, duct tape shoes, duct tape belts. It was really cool. Like it was like really legit wallets out of duct tape. And then my oldest son's got into like leather making. He's like, Dad, where's all that leather making stuff you got years ago? I'm like, it's in my garage. And he comes up and he's like built a full, like, looked like he bought it at a store wallet. The middle one's kind of more into like lifting weights and stuff. But, I mean, they're playing video games too. I'm not going to lie. I mean, every kid in America is playing more video games right now than they could possibly ever play in a lifetime, right?
Yeah.
Which I don't blame them. So I think it's just balancing. Do that, get it out of your system, get some exercise, and then I'm trying to encourage like some learning, right? Like some kind of learning of some type other than school. I mean, school is cool, but it's such a great opportunity for people to learn skills that they always go, I always wanted to do that. I always wanted to learn banjo, but I never had time. And I'm like, you got time now.
Well, it's all on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure, man. There was ever a time to learn skills. Yeah, for sure. For sure. What hobbies are you going to pick up, Kinsler? You're supposed to be learning fly fishing now that you're retired.
I know. I got to start training again.
Yeah, we're going to have to get back out there.
So I don't have time for hobbies right now. I got to like start training.
True. Does anybody have any questions? Hold on, I haven't been looking at this stuff. It'll happen. Ian's going to bring a medal to the Holy Land. Sometime we should hear about your trip to Israel. That would be like a whole conversation in and of itself.
Yeah, my whole teleprompter thing's not working very well.
Yeah. Here's a good question. I think it's a really good question. So, with you retiring, would you ever consider being a coach in the future?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like coaching. I'm not sure. Like, I want to be around my kids right now. Maybe in, 10 years or something like that. I'll find, see where it all takes me with my son and my daughter and what they do in life, and
yeah,
kind of take it from there. High school. My son's 8, so high school's gonna be over in 10 or 9.
Yeah. So you got that window of like right now, coaching my kid, coaching, just being family, but then, God, you'll still be young. Even when he's out of high school, you'll be way young.
Yeah.
Your sister just texted me and said, read her question. I'm trying to find it. Because I'm really dying to know.
My thing's not working anymore. I don't know why.
I'll find it.
My little comment thing. It's frozen.
Where's your question, Tori? Oh, wait. I think I'm going to find it. Someone help me.
JJ.
Tori, post your question again, you knucklehead.
Is he upstairs?
I'm going to give up. Oh my gosh. There's a Brock Holt question. Brock Holt says,
No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
It's not bad. It says, do you miss me as much as I miss you, Ian?
Of course. Always miss
that guy.
Man. He's the greatest.
That's funny.
He's so good to be around. Good energy right there. We should find out what Brock's doing.
Yeah, Brock.
Maybe he'll respond to this.
Brock, if you don't stop watching all the Warstic stuff, I'm going to make you do this too. And you're not going to have an excuse because he's always hanging around a little bit, especially when Ian's around. Yeah, he's an awesome guy. All right, Tori, I'm giving up on you, bro. There's so many hearts, I can't read anything.
Brock's just clicking the heart button.
Yeah, I think it's Brock. It's ladies and Brock. They're clicking the heart button.
Brock's in Milwaukee.
Any possible? I know.
Oh,
Brock
what?
made us change, right?
Yeah, he did.
That's a good team, though.
Yeah,
it's a good team. Yeah, someone said, are you getting, like, in your new, like, kind of role, are you traveling to are you going to be traveling the minor league teams and helping the infielders and stuff?
Yeah, that's pretty much my role, is traveling around the minor league teams and helping with their younger infielders and kind of bouncing back and forth with the big league team. But that's pretty much what I'm doing.
Yeah. Brock Holt now says, I'm watching PJ Masks right now. What does that even mean?
PJ what?
He says, I'm watching PJ Masks right now.
PJ Masks. It's a cartoon with his boy. He's watching with his boy.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Yeah, he's watching cartoons. Here, my little dude. Come here. My little dude just got out of the shower. He just got out of the shower.
What's up, Jack?
He's all clean. He's all clean.
How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Good. How you keeping busy, bud? You getting to play a lot of basketball outside and stuff?
Baseball.
Of course. Nice.
Say what's up to Brock. Brock's listening. Holt.
Wait, who?
Brock. Remember Brock?
Who?
From Austin?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Say what's up,
that
Brock.
guy.
Say what's up, Brock.
Right now?
Yeah, he's listening.
Hey, Brock.
Oh, I found your sister's question. Is your sister really the coolest person in the family?
No.
That's ooh.
Oh, snap.
Who is?
No.
Who is? You are?
Mom.
Oh, Mom is. Good answer. What an answer. He's been
smart. Smart Jack.
Long.
Smart Jack.
Yeah.
Jack, what's your favorite bat company?
Warstic.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You went out on a limb right there.
Yeah, I think that's all I got, man. I think I'm going to let you get back to your family life now. Cool?
All right. Yeah.
All right.
All right, man.
All right, take it easy. See everybody.
See ya.
Be well. Later. Bye, Jack.
Bye.